The Ivanti One Partner Program fosters community around Ivanti's wide range of solutions, offering meaningful benefits to both Ivanti users and partners. Users get top-tier service and support from certified partners, while partners get access to exclusive resources, training, and tools that help them expand their reach. The program is proud to include Zimperium, who partnered with Ivanti in 2017 to offer the industry's first embedded mobile threat defense solution. Here's Zimperium CTO Jon Paterson sharing his thoughts on our integrated solution.
The industry has a level of maturity around desktop. Mobile is a very up-and-coming concern for customers. The great opportunity that Zimperium and Ivanti have there is to bring that level of attestation, that level of visibility and fidelity as part of the input into a zero-trust workflow. I'm Jon Paterson. I'm Zimperium's CTO. I've been with the company since 2015. A little bit about Zimperium. Zimperium is a mobile-focused security company. We're focused on delivering security solutions to solve for mobile as an endpoint, being able to protect mobile as an endpoint. That's part of our partnership that we have with Ivanti, but also securing apps that a corporation or enterprises would develop, so being able to secure those applications. A very mobile-focused, mobile-first security company. Mobile threat defense is a suite of solutions and technologies to protect mobile devices as an endpoint. So that stack of solutions, that stack of technology includes vulnerability assessment, vulnerability management. It includes mobile endpoint detection and response, looking for concerns, changes, configurations, modifications to a device from both the device, the network, and the apps on that device as well. We have a unique partnership and integration between Zimperium and Ivanti. This integration goes back to 2017, so we have a long heritage of our partnership and our technology integrations. Ivanti is actually taking our engine and embedding that directly into their MDM client. What this means is it reduces friction and allows seamless deployment whilst leveraging the core detection capabilities and advantages that the Zimperium solution can provide to our joint customers. This is a fantastic proposition for Ivanti customers because it allows them simply to enable, from a friction-free perspective, the capabilities and controls, benefit and value that mobile threat defense can provide with a flick of a switch inside the MDM consoles. The integration with Ivanti brings not only the benefit of the detection, the visibility, but uniquely Ivanti has also the ability to take local response actions for all your customers. This means that inside the Ivanti console, you're able to define policies around how you wish to trigger local response actions and local controls inside the product. That's very tightly knit and integrated into the console that the Ivanti customer can leverage, but also provides them the capability to leverage Zimperium controls and visibility as well. So to summarize that, the capability is tightly knit into the Ivanti product, so allowing that level of control, but also the expansive control as we add new capabilities from Zimperium for your customers to be able to absorb and leverage those. In the Zimperium solution, we have over 100 different policy elements that can be defined to define different detections and capabilities and risks that we can look for our customers. The examples of those, simple ones that people would understand, jailbroken or rooted devices. There are new tools coming out on a monthly basis in this space. Rogue Wi-Fi networks, people connecting to Wi-Fi networks purporting to be a hotel or lobby Wi-Fi. Malicious applications being installed on devices. Vulnerability assessment, helping people understand the posture of a given device. Do they have misconfigurations being made on the device? Extremely important for BYOD, where the customer or the end user is really controlling those capabilities. We are looking for modifications to the system. Maybe there's some sort of tampering or security deprecation in controls. And then bringing on top of that the perception of web content filtering and phishing. Phishing is a huge topic and concern for our customers. We see phishing coming from many vectors. Phishing itself as a risk vector is a huge target for mobile. Who of us don't receive a message saying click this link to follow this? I mean, recent ones, when it's tax time in the US, we see phishing attacks, we see targeted phishing attacks. Being able to provide detection and immediate coverage for those risks are extremely important. Another area that's really important from a visibility, talking about threats that we see, is understanding the apps that we use. We all understand the risks of malware as a problematic concern, but what about apps that have mistakes made in them that is not malicious? An example could be they're using a third-party SDK and that application has a vulnerability in it. Or, as an enterprise, perhaps it has or shares data with a country that you're not comfortable with. These are all concerns and real-world scenarios that we protect our customers with on a daily basis. We're always looking for approaches and technology to be able to solve against zero-day risks. Right? So, we leverage behavioral, deterministic, and machine learning techniques to be able to solve for zero-day risks. Phishing is a great example of that, right? How do we protect against a unknown phishing site? Many vendors and technologies in this space use lists that are sourced from third parties, which is great. I mean, that helps you detect or defend against the known. But what about those unknown scenarios? So our team are always looking for techniques and capabilities that will help us be able to detect the unknown as well as the known. The engine that we have, that Ivanti leverages, is able to be updated over the air without the customer needing to make a change or to actually take an action. Typically, enterprises use corporate-owned devices or corporate-managed devices for highly regulated use cases. Typically, they're owned by the enterprise and supplied by the enterprise, and typically have a restrictive policy that adheres very tightly to those requirements. An example of a regulated environment would be, say, a finance environment where everything needs to be maintained and contained. The risk profile or the vulnerability profile of that device is typically reduced because of the attack surface. Perhaps they're not allowed to install additional third-party applications. They're only applications that are delivered to the device. We obviously still have the breadth of risks, tampering, jailbreak, phishing-based attacks, but the enterprise is reducing the attack surface by management, and that's a great capability Ivanti has. In a BYOD environment, the device is still managed, but the controls typically will be a lot less. It's a user's device, so the enterprise typically doesn't want to make decisions on behalf of the user for certain areas of control. Perhaps they allow applications to be sideloaded. Perhaps they allow users to connect to unsecured Wi-Fi networks or leverage VPN applications. In a BYOD scenario, the breadth of potential mistakes that can be made by the user are also high. We talked before about scenarios such as enabling accidentally developer options within inside the device, controls that give the user the capability to make changes to the device, but those may be potential risks to the enterprise. The great outcome that Zimperium and Ivanti have in this solution is Ivanti has a granular level of control. They can control capabilities from a corporate perspective and from a BYOD, but Zimperium will still provide visibility, coverage, detection, and prevention, regardless of the configuration that the enterprise is using.